Hey y'all, Swall Dog, Holy Vampire Dude. Uh, just making video, posted a video in a little bit. Been mostly just decompressing, pushing myself as far as meditation work and spiritual stuff. Uh, yeah, pretty much it. Spent some time with my grandparents. Yesterday, watched the new Jurassic World movie on Netflix. It's a good one. It's a good one. I'd recommend it. Enjoyed it. There's one. I won't give too much away, but there's a boat scene. There's like a sea creature, and I was like, nope. I was legitimate. I was on the edge of my seat. Uh, I think my grandpa was probably laughing at me because I was like, nope. And the funny thing is, like, I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, what if that was a what if that was an offer? Like, what if someone's like, yeah, you get to. So the offer is to go out on a really nice, medium sized, expensive boat out in the water and get to see a dinosaur, sea creature dinosaur. That's one of the biggest dinosaurs. It's like, that's the offer. Don't you want to go do that? I'm like, nah. I like trying to imagine what it would take for me to go out there and do that. And I started really going to and rationalize. I was like, how far am I going to take this? Like, do I get to come back from the trip? Is there a guarantee that the dinosaur is not going to flip the boat? And like, I was watching the scene and like I hadn't seen what was going to happen yet. I was like, I don't know if this dinosaur in this boat or what's the. But anyways, I was like, how can you guarantee? I mean, you'd have to be like 100. You'd have to have like 100 expeditions to chase this dinosaur and to see this dinosaur in the water, and you'd have to have like proof. But even then, but I'm tired. I'm a little cranky. I've been working out a lot. Uh, I'm definitely in a interesting mood and mindset. Like, just talking about myself, uh, spiritual stuff, supernatural stuff, vampire stuff. Um, been really practicing uh, vampire transformations, spiritual stuff uh, involving. I don't know if I. It's hard to put into words without kind of going a little crazy. But, uh, just being connected to people, but also being like, instead of like rotating between being outwardly observant of the world, like in a meditative, not in a meditative. Um, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time talking about this, but thinking outwardly and thinking inwardly and rotating between that and feeling the effects and spiritual stuff between doing that. It's basically deep meditation involving. I'm laughing at myself because I sound so freaking crazy and tired. But I feel the necessity to talk about it and to, you know, on video and from different perspectives, one of which is for therapy's sake. It's good to talk about things. And, I've seen some things. I want to talk about this in particular in regards to spirituality and seeing a person do supernatural, something very, 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 I was going to say very, very supernatural. So I saw a person. You can imagine this, a person, I won't say who, and there's like the area around them, like this area. There's like the air. I don't know how to say this without Marty crazy. But like the air was like water. Like you ever see like water like dripping or like undulating, I think is the word. That was the person, like this real. I was not. I was complete. You know, I'm sober. You know, just it's one of those. I'm laughing because I'm trying to describe this without the effects of talking about supernatural stuff, which I've talked about in other videos. Talking about supernatural stuff, like naturally, one of the responses is go like psychotic, basically, because the brain. That's just what the brain does. I've learned. But anyways, I'm trying to replicate that. How do I say this? I'm not trying to replicate specifically what I saw the person do, as far as like using supernatural or higher level. To me, what it was higher level, like orchestration of reality. It was manipulation of reality itself using the mind and whatever other gifts that person has. And I'm like, well, if that person can do it, I can do it too, or I can try to and see, you know, what happens as far as trying to better my abilities. And why is it important? Well, I think the simple answer is I don't have that answer besides knowing that, uh, you know, I'm a person that's connected to spirituality and connected to God, you know, and divinity. And that's my thing. It's the thing I practice a lot, you know. Without talking about supernatural, what it is I am classified as far like a vampire or like an alpha, whatever. But simply the fact that, you know, I've found out that my gift has been connected with God, divinity, and other people. So, uh, so trying to better my gift, improve my abilities, my supernatural focus. So that's what I've been practicing lately. At times, it's interesting to. I want to document this as well because I'm going to go back probably watch this video again. Uh, that I feel this at times. I feel this like heat. I want to say immense heat. I don't know why I want to say that, but it's like this heat over my forehead. It's just like it's not quite. It's not a constant heat. It's like a heat that's like moving. It's like if someone was holding like a heating pad or something. It was like, you know, moving around. But when I'm very deep into meditation and doing this kind of spirit work, I feel that at times. And I also notice that the light sensitivity changes dramatically, which could just be my pupils dilating. But I have my eyes closed when I'm doing to that depth of spiritual meditation. And then I sometimes feel like the pressure, like I imagine, I can't see myself. I haven't recorded myself doing this yet, or I'd like to. I plan on doing it. Uh, what I saw the person do and manipulating the air, I think that perhaps I may be doing as well. Or maybe I'm trying to do that. Or maybe I'm believing that I'm doing that. Because I feel at times when in the depths of it, if you will, I feel a like pressure change. And I'm like, well, maybe I'm doing it. You know what I'm thinking? Like, well, I don't know. Uh, there's more to it. I've talked about magic before. Um, I've talked about components for magic and how there's, um, for me at least, from my understanding and from my experience, that there's, it's not just how do I say this? There's other factors involved besides just my will, which some other things in reference to videos I've made early on. It could be energy sources, sunlight, people, being connected to people, being in a certain kind of mindset. Um, there's a lot of different factors uh, that affect uh, the practice of spiritual meditation. Anyways, I'm pretty tired. I know I sound crazy. I'm pretty out of it, but like I said, I wanted to document, at least get it off my chest. It's like I'm not this kind of thing where I don't. It's like usually talking about things is like from a negative experience, like if something I experienced was bad or something or I didn't like, I let it go. But let it go and talk about it in videos. But for this in particular, I feel bad sometimes. Like I think the only bad connection I feel is like when people may say, yeah, like here they. I heard today someone say something which kind of made me laugh. Just I've never heard someone outwardly vocalize this specific phrase, but and I'm paraphrasing the phrase because I kind of blocked it out when I heard it for obvious reasons. The phrase is, oh, paraphrasing. He's like, oh, he can just does magic whenever he wants. He just doing magic, and I'm like, well, you know. And the reason why it makes me laugh, it makes me feel kind of good, but also makes me feel kind of bad in a way. The bad is kind of obvious, but the good is that someone, from going from the start of this video series and talking about hiding under a rock to coming out and talking about my life and being supernatural, uh, it has come a long way for me to be able to uh, hear like a recognition of things that it's very common to just say, oh, supernatural stuff. This guy's just crazy. La 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 la. I get it. I even had a video. I talked about this in another video where there was another YouTuber that did a video about me and talking about basically I'm crazy. He didn't say that. But that's kind of what I got the criticism was. He talked about me being a kind of an oddball guy. That I was like, you know, it's kind of criticism, which is fine. But definitely, I realize on a side note, as far as being sensitive to things, I think it's healthy to be sensitive and to not be defensive. But I also I like talking about it. Like I've already talked about this in another video. I like repeating it in a therapy aspect, so it could kind of take the sting out of it. But I realize the sting is still kind of there, which is interesting. So I am tired. I am choosing to stay tired. I am choosing to stay powered down right now and not power up, because that is my way I've been doing it the last couple of weeks. I'm very proud of myself because it's been allowing me to actually feel and actually deal with my problems and take responsibility and do the normal stuff and think the hard way instead of everything else. That's like the only way, right? But what I've been doing, and I'll reiterate this, what I've been doing in the past was powering up and just kind of sweeping things under the rug, and then realizing, hey, I got a problem with a couple things, and I haven't, felt my feelings in a while. It's like, well, that's not the way to do things. So I did that for a long time, and now I'm kind of dealing with the consequences of learning bad behaviors, or should I say, trying to be strong when I shouldn't be, and powering up when I shouldn't be. So, but that was a lesson I've learned. I'm grateful that I've changed my way I do things. But hey, I know this video ain't really perfect or anything like that, but I ain't really perfect by any means. But yeah, I'm gonna get going. Appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for supporting spirituality, and at the very least, a person who me trying to promote spirituality and awareness of it. So, all right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. And you have a good rest of your night.